Hello once again, Michael De Leon. We're on the road to recovery in the great bluegrass state of Kentucky. Got a chance to sit down with the one, the only Andrew Hager, doing incredible things in Kentucky and inspiring so many people in that state and across the entire Midwest. This man has overcome so many things to just, embrace a new life and share a vision of a new life with other people. I couldn't wait to sit down and grasp this story so I can share it with you on the road to recovery from the great bluegrass state of Kentucky. This is Andrew Hager.
Hey, my name's Andrew Hager. My sobriety date, my clean date is February the 7th, 2014. Truly blessed in this process, man. So many blessings keep coming my way. Growing up as a little boy, chaos wasn't chaos. It was the norm. I started visiting penitentiaries to visit my uncles at a very young age. I remember probation officers coming by. My grandmother she was an alcoholic, my grandfather as well. I remember probation officers coming by hunting my uncles down, and my grandmother verbally abusing them for doing their job, telling them to get away from her door, things like that as a little boy. My grandfather, some verbal abuse with, you'll never be nothing, you'll never amount to anything, you're going to go to prison, that kind of thing. And that's what happened. I had problems, in school, learning disability. I had trouble reading and spelling, so I was put in these special classes. Yeah, man, just real stuff, So less than. So I already felt less than everybody else. Not smart enough to hang out with these people. So I would act out. Any attention I could get, whether it be good attention, bad attention, it was whatever, to fit in. And I guess that's where it went, 5th grade, me and my friend Kenny, super smart kid, man, doing algebra and this and that. Of course I wasn't. We get in trouble for horseplay. And we go to the principal's office, and I remember the principal looking at Kenny and telling him what a bright future he had, that he could do this and be this. And I was waiting on mine, and it didn't happen. The little boy issues, So I carried that with me in my heart, and it talks about that in Proverbs. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is, that kind of thing. So that's where I was at, that, I had no worth, no value. And just going on with that, in special ed and everything. I did make the basketball team once at Lexington Junior High. Didn't make it to high school. I felt something. Of course, nobody came to my games. Poor me, that kind of thing. Of course, my father died of July of 71, and I was born November of 71, so I never met the man, never laid eyes on him. My mom was 15, so her parents raised me. I know I'm backtracking a little bit, but just work with me now, huh? I say, look here, baby, we're going to do what we do right here. We're going to help somebody. And I'm hoping this gives someone the courage. Again, if I'm asked to read out loud in a meeting, I hem up like a deer in headlights. I can do it, but then there's still that fear, and I have done it, and it feels good to get past that fear. When I started using drugs, man, my first obsession was a young lady, and I thought I owned her. She wasn't allowed to talk to this person, that person. So there's already these, what's going on here? Huh? The character defects, some insecurities, that less than, the little boy stuff. And so that didn't work out, trying to hold people hostage, force someone to be with me, force someone to like me. And I get to using, I start using dope, and it just spirals out of control, man. It's in and out. I mean in and out of jails across every county. In my sick way of thinking, I thought I was a professional shoplifter. That's the only trade I'd ever known. I couldn't read a tape measure. I didn't have no trade skills. Okay, laugh if you want to. Just listen to me. So, man, I went through life thinking, wow. So I found the dope, and it took away all that. I didn't have to feel anymore, But then when it spiraled out of control, it took everything, That's obsession, Was it 2 parts of the disease, a mental obsession, a physical allergy? That's all I thought of. And then I started shooting Oxy 80s before heroin hit real big in Kentucky. And then to get on the heroin again, man, in and out. And I would take my kids shoplifting with me. Yeah, yeah. And growing up, now I'd been on some ventures with my grandparents, with my uncles, shoplifting. It was norm. It was norm. It's not a crime unless you get caught. That's what was instilled in my head. Really? Who lives like that? Yeah, I know, right? So when I thought there was nothing else, 30 years later, 20 years later, I wound up in jail with 2 of my 4 sons. They got their own crimes. One of my sons was breaking in houses. The other one was shoplifting and breaking in houses. Stuff that I did. I got a part in that. I got a big part in that. Never was a father. My son, Jordan, when he was 5, he'd ask his mother, why don't my daddy love me? Because I was busy out getting high, busy out putting needles in my arm, And we'll do the intention thing, what we're thinking up here, because we do. We love our family, we love our kids, but our actions show we don't care about nothing or no one. That's the bottom line. So all through that, like I said, it kept spiraling and worse and worse, in and out of jail. Back to Jordan, when we were locked up together, I went in coming off of heroin. And I weighed probably $120. Y'all can see I'm 265 and still alive, 40 in the waist and handsome in the face. Talk to me. I'm playing, y'all. But yeah, I ain't so pretty in the face. It happens. Quit judging me. But check it out. So I'm in jail and there's my baby, man. He's 18 years old for breaking in houses on dope. And he had to make me eat because I was going through the detox, the withdrawals, DTs, y'all, couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, using the bathroom on myself, couldn't hold my mud. I'm gonna be honest. I stayed in the shower. My baby, 18 years old, when he was 5, asked his mama, why don't my daddy love me? Would have to come into my cell and get me up and walk me and make me eat, right? That was my baby. And I spent his 19th birthday with him in a jail cell. That's not normal. We don't have to live like that. That's not what God wanted. God didn't want any of that, and going on, so I get out of that one. I go again for 3rd-degree assault on a police officer. And the 3rd-degree assault is with the intention to harm someone. The only intention I had was buying more dope. I had an open needle, a syringe in my kangaroo pouch. The officer asked me, what does he ask? Y'all know what he asked. Is there anything sharp that's going to poke me or harm me? And of course, I was incoherent. I didn't know. No, sir, there isn't. He sticks his hand in there without a glove, no cap on the syringe, and pokes himself. Now here's the quick one. I didn't know if I had HIV, Hep C, D, B, E, all of them. I didn't know. We don't know. So I get a PFO1 because I'm a persistent felony offender, looking at 10 years, and it goes to trial. By the grace of God, man, by the grace of God, the test came back and I was negative for everything. And I had to look at some things during this stint this time, 14 months, about this officer that's out here serving and protecting us, his wife, his kids, not knowing if their father, if her husband had contracted some disease for doing his job for people like I was, right? There is a solution. I found God. I found God in jail, and a lot of people, especially in jailhouse religion, this and that, but that's where I found it, man. I got on my hands and knees and prayed. God, I'm sick and tired of my past being my future. What do I do? Please, what do I do? And I was blessed with a 12-step program in FCDC, Fayette County Jail. Carlton Robinson, he was the guy over it, man, and he asked me some real serious questions. Do you love your family? Do you love your kids? And again, my intention, yeah, man, I love them. But here's the kicker, well, your actions don't show. And that's basically how it went, man. I found God. I'm truly blessed. I turned Jesus up about everything. If I'm in Christ, Christ is in me. I'm living today. The blessings are unreal. I told you I wasn't educated. I'm more educated than I ever dreamed of. I'm more blessed than I ever dreamed of. I got a lot of opportunities that God just puts in front of me. Things I didn't even apply for, y'all. Things I didn't even apply for. Truly blessed in this process. Hey, if you need help, reach out. And it's hard, but reach out and ask someone, say, hey, I need help. I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm sick and tired of my past being my future. There's people out here that genuinely care. It's not about the insurance. It's not about financials. It's about you, because you are our brothers and sisters in Christ. Reach out, ask for help. Turn Jesus up in your life. Let God in and win. Don't play about it, be about it.
Hey, Andrew, thanks so much for sitting down with us and spending your time so I could share your story with the Recovery Army on the road to recovery and give inspiration and hope to so many people. Recovery is powerful and it's happening every day. It is possible. And whether you believe it's a disease or a choice or a disease full of choices, there is a hope in recovery, and there are so many people sharing their hope and inspiration with other people. I'm so honored and blessed that I get to bring these stories to you. Please share these stories with people seeking recovery, who found early recovery, who maybe get complacent in their recovery. It's all about recovery. It's all about embracing a new life and finding your purpose. If you find a passion for that purpose, you found the meaning of life. On the road to recovery, I'm Michael De Leon from the great bluegrass state of Kentucky. I'll see you in the next episode on the road to recovery.